Hello there, this is Tom in NorthCal, and this is my Harley Davidson Livewire, and I'm doing a 2,000 mile review. Here's some photos of when I first got the bike from McGuire of Modesto. They're very good. This is Scully over here. Where are you, Scully? There you are. There's Scully. Yeah, he helped me out. He sold me the bike. He's a great guy at McGuire. Here's some photos and video of me riding the bike and enjoying it. Oh, I love the fact that it has cruise control. And yep, that's what it sounds like. Here comes another one. There it is. Yes, if you wonder what it sounded like, that's what it sounded like. Also, here's some nice turns. This bike handles very well on the road. I'm able to make some good leans into the turn without worrying about, oh, is this bike going to be able to handle a sporty ride? Well, this bike is a sport bike. I know, it's weird. Harley Davidson made a sport bike. An electric sport bike. I don't know why, but they did, and it's really, really nice. Okay, here's some more shots of me. And okay, so now I'm going to talk about the bike, and let's start with some modifications I made. Just minor modifications. There are a few minor modifications. So here's the first one, is the windshield. This windshield really cuts back on the wind. Otherwise, the wind is blowing all over your chest and your face. So if you buy a Livewire, make sure you get a nice windshield. This one, what I'm trying to say here is that this windshield is National Universal Windshield brand that I purchased from Amazon, and you can get it also at Cycle Gear or Revzilla. It's about $110. Next, I want to talk about these extra lights I have in the back of the bag. I just got them for extra safety. I bought them for about $10 or $12 from Amazon. You can press the button on them. They will blink left and right. They'll blink like hazard lights, or they'll just be on all the time. They are attached to the back of the tail bag using a Velcro tape. So far, they've worked pretty well. No one's driven in the back of my vehicle, so I'm pretty happy about it. Next is the Iron J's tail bag. This is a hard tail bag on the top, and then it's soft in the middle so that you can expand it, put your helmet on there, and you can put about a bag of groceries in there. It's really useful. It was from Amazon for about $78. So the next mod I made is a Corbin seat. This is a custom Corbin seat. They're not cheap, but I can tell you this is much softer and much nicer than the seat that comes with the bike. I don't know why seats are uncomfortable from bikes manufacturers, but this one is really nice. Okay, another mod I made is under the seat. So basically, as you can see in the middle there's some dirt under the seat. There is nothing to block dirt and water and whatever to getting into the cable compartment. So this is your charge cable, and I wrapped it up in a bag, and I don't know why Harley Davidson just leaves that not contained. This compartment is not contained. It will not block out dust, dirt, or water from getting into it. So I wrapped it up. I wrapped the cable up in one of these bags. And in addition, I cut out the little plastic flanges and things in there to smooth it out so that you can fit the cables in there, because it's pretty ridiculously hard to get the cables back in there once you get them out. In addition, in the bottom there, this cable here is for heated seats. I do not have the heated seat option from Corbin, but I can tell you that if I did, that's where you plug it in, right there. Okay, on to the next thing. That just clicks right back in. And that's all. So everything else is pretty much standard. It comes with very large Michelin specialized tires. It has a wonderful belt, no chain maintenance. It has Brembo brakes, dual disc in the front. The bottom motor is that silver thing down there. and it comes with a 15.5 kilowatt battery, which is more than what you'll get from a Zero DSR, which I own. It also has adjustable suspension front and back. I had mine professionally tuned down a little bit. It was a little bit too much of a stiff ride, so I had softened up a little bit. It comes with a full color display dashboard, and I have customized the setting, drive mode setting, custom A, and let me show you it in a little minute here in a second. Okay, you just touchscreen everything, change the settings, and here we go, custom mode A. The top setting I set to 65, then the middle setting, which is regen, 66, and then the throttle control is 75. The higher the throttle control is set, the more juice you suck out of the battery. So if you want to save more battery, turn that down. Okay, at this point I want to talk about the regen. The regen is very good. You still need to use your brakes, of course, but the regen helps you slow down right away, and you can just lightly squeeze your brakes, lightly use the brakes. Of course, when you have to make an emergency stop, you have to use your brakes very rough, and the ABS on this bike is very good. I can stop very quickly. The bike is 556 pounds, and with my heavy ass on there, it can stop me very quickly and save my butt. Alright, at this point I want to talk about the handling and how it is on the highway. It just plows right through the highway, no problem. Very aerodynamic, has 110 horsepower, 86 pound-feet of torque. It is really good on the road and makes you feel very confident when you ride it. Alright, the next thing I wanted to talk about is the cruise control. Never had cruise control before on a bike, and this Harley comes with cruise control. It's an exotic bike, and it's an electric bike, so it's just software and a few buttons, and boom, you have cruise control. It works the same as your car. You turn it on, you can make it go faster or slower, up, down, whatever. It's very easy to use. Next is the signals. The signals are typical Harley Davidson, one on the left, one on the right. It's a little odd to me. I'm not used to that. I did have a similar setup on my BMW F800S, but didn't really get quite used to it. I am getting used to it now on this bike because it's basically a one-speed automatic, and it's a lot easier to deal with.
But that horn is sort of odd to be right there. So this is the emergency cutoff, and this here starts the bike. So you hold that down for 10 seconds, and put the kickstand up, you press this button. So it's a pretty cool bike. I thoroughly enjoy it. No problems with the bike, and it looks really good in this black and red, and I think more people need to buy these. You'll love it. Yes, it's quiet, doesn't make a lot of noise, but the fact that you don't have to pay for gas to charge it up at a public charger, I don't know, I've only paid about $5 or $6 on this thing. It's really not much. Maybe if you want to do a full charge, it might cost you $10-12, but this will charge up in about 35 to 60 minutes, depending on how much battery you have left to charge and how fast the charger is. But yeah, it's an amazing bike. I just plug it in when I get home, or if I'm taking a long trip, I just charge it up and go another 75 miles on the highway. Yeah, I can get 75 miles or 80 miles on the highway on one charge and have enough battery left to get me to a charge station. I give this bike, I would say 4.5 stars out of 5. 4.5 stars out of 5. Or maybe 4 stars out of 5. And the reason I don't give it a complete 5-star rating is because it is expensive. Brand new, it's like $29,000. I got this 1/3 off. Everything else about it is just wonderful. The maintenance is very low. However, the hourly charge that Harley does is pretty high. So if you do decide to buy this, Harley will charge you up to $200 an hour. But I bought the extended warranty, and I haven't paid anything really except for maintenance, and it hasn't broken down. This is the only thing that failed. It was loose, and they had to go in here, connect something up. They took care of it. But really, nothing major has ever happened on this bike. I've never been stranded on it. I've always been...
Okay, sorry for rambling on, but I have a lot to say about this bike. I enjoy it. It's a good bike. The quality is really high. It's a pricey bike, but this is an exotic motorcycle. You're going to pay a little extra for it, but you will be well pleased. One thing I'd like to say is my girlfriend's late nephew said, if you're going to get something, make sure it's dope. And this thing is super dope. It's super cool. So I would give it, like I said, 4.5 stars. And if you want this bike, go ahead. They're out there. You can get one slightly used and get one brand new. Go do it, enjoy it, and have fun. This is Tom in NorthCal. Take care.